Hi. Can't advertise anything. Hello. So I've never done any sort of like Q&A or anything on here, and in a lot of ways I don't really feel like any of you know me super well unless we know each other in person or you follow me on other social media, or even then, like, I don't get very, I don't know. I wanted to say I don't get very deep, but sometimes I am up at 1 a.m. Spilling my soul. But today, I have some questions that I was asked on Instagram, and I actually got a lot of questions asked. I'm not going to do them all, but I'm going to do some, and maybe I'll do another Q&A with other questions that I didn't answer today. So I'm just gonna start. Mia.Knight asked me, what was the first show you ever did? The first show I ever did was a youth production of Honk Jr., which is like the musical version of The Ugly Duckling. I played the Snow Queen, and I had my own song, and the only part I can remember in the song is the very beginning, and it goes like, the sun is cold and watery, the ponds are deeply frozen. And that's it. That's all I remember. Oh, funny story from that show. I remember when everything got casted, I didn't get to go to callbacks, so I only did my audition and then this little kind of baby callback when everybody was already cast pretty much. And we got our roles in an envelope, and I remember in the car with my mom, and I'm looking and I'm getting ready to open up my envelope, and I'm like maybe 8 years old, maybe. Open this envelope up, and my role says female soloist, and my 8-year-old brain, who's never done musical theater, does not know what that means, and I start to cry in the car because I think that means like the lowest of ensemble or something, or that I have like one line, which wasn't true. I had an entire song, which was really cool. The casting and doing the show are literally the only two things I remember about that show. I'm gonna mess these up. Tullaia? Tullaia on Instagram asked me, if you could master one skill immediately, what would it be? Hands down piano. I would probably have written like 5 musicals by now. I would probably have done so many short films because I would just score everything myself. I would accompany myself. I just feel like I would be completely, like I would be the exact place I'd want to be at this point in my life if I could just master piano right now. Yeah, I can play guitar, which have both been really helpful, being able to play, but if I could play, it'd be a completely different story. So yeah, piano over guitar. AGN_B_ said, have you auditioned for any productions in New York? No, I have not. And it hasn't really even been anything I've looked into or was interested in doing until recently. I have sent a couple people video submissions for things, but at this point it's been a long time ago, and it wasn't a very formal audition. It was kind of a like, hi, if you're looking for someone, here I am. But I've never done a formal audition because I've really never seeked it out, but I'm at a point where I would like to do that. Mew of Copine asked me, why didn't you go to school for theater? Great question. I've had a lot of teachers in my life and a lot of wonderful people who I really, really respect who wanted me to go to school for theater, but to be honest, theater has always been the thing that I've done for fun, and it wasn't something I was super, super consciously passionate about until very recently. Yeah, I mean, I've always deeply loved it, and I have always been deeply passionate about it, but I just didn't realize that until not too long ago. I also didn't go to school for it because that was just not where I wanted to get my education. I have so many friends who have their degrees in theater or are going to school for theater, but it just wasn't ever going to be the path for me. I think I always sought it outside of school. But I think if you go, it's awesome, and there's some amazing programs out there. But also don't feel like held down to school to do it. I don't think you need school for theater. That's my opinion. But at the same point, if for networking and getting to know other people and having professors that lead you in places, or just people that you meet, then it's exceptional. But I'm kind of at the point in my life where I have a lot of wonderful networking connections that I would trust, and of course I'd always love to have more, and I wish I did, and we all wish we did, but it's just what worked out for me. So yeah. Severin Carnaria 42 asked me, what's your favorite musical? Ooh, Next to Normal. Yeah, for many, many reasons. We can chat about it another time. So I got a few questions involving Star Kid, which I was in their most recent production, The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, and it's on here on Christmas Eve, so I'm super excited about that. I think I probably did fine. Showstopping Number on Instagram asked me, what was your least favorite thing about being a part of The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals? The least favorite thing you have in any musical that you do, like especially like if you're the new kid, a part of like a new community, it can feel like kind of hard, being like, oh, I don't really fit in, or I was gonna give spoilers to the show, I'm not gonna give spoilers. It's just like probably being the new kid, but after like a while, everything started to flow and everybody's really cool. A lot of them have known each other for a really long time, and I'm just literally the baby of the group being like, hi, I wanna have some fun. Musical theater, laughs, ha. But I think that was like the hardest thing at first. But even then it wasn't hard, and it wasn't my least favorite thing. I really enjoyed everything about the show, and the people and the process. And I mean, I like to think they all think I'm an okay person. I don't know. I'm just kind of young and weird, and that's okay. Lucy Latour 103 said, dream role. I'm really loving doing original productions. I've been doing original shows now for like the last almost 2 years. Every show I've done has been original, which I have completely adored. Originating a role or taking on a role that just a couple people have played before you in like workshops is amazing. I love it. My dream role is probably Dot in Sunday in the Park with George. Or recently, and you're all gonna be like, what? But I really would love to play Elle Woods in Legally Blonde. It's like my secret dream role so much. One of my wonderful friends, Wacky Jackie, asked me in a 30s Hollywood accent, how was it like being a young actress in LA? Well, hard. If you guys want the tea is this. Everyone says it like it isn't true, but it actually is true, and it's who you know, it's who you meet. Every great thing in my life that I've gotten is because I knew somebody really cool who either sped me through the audition process or I didn't even need to audition altogether. Besides that, trying to break into an avenue is really, really hard because there are thousands and thousands of people who not only look just like you, but they are just as incredible as you. It's trying to find the thing that really makes you unique and making yourself a necessity and not so much a like, oh, this is someone who could fit the role. It's like, oh, this is the role, this girl, because of X, Y, and Z. And it's not gonna be how my headshots look, and it's not gonna be how my reel looks. I mean, those will get you things, but most of the time it's you walking into an audition room and them meeting you, and for whatever reason or another, you embody this character they want to create. Or you get a shitty casting director and nothing matters at all. There was one instant where it was between me and another girl, final round for a musical, and the girl was, in my opinion, better than me at the part that we were reading for. But she was also very openly best friends with the director. So in this case, she did completely deserve the role over me. However, it was kind of a like, we all knew that she was fantastic. Why did you bring me in if she was the obvious choice for the role? I don't know why people work that way. That's just one of the many times where something like that happened, and it's okay. Actress isn't everything that I want to be in my life. If anything, it's the thing that I need the most work on, in my opinion. I think sometimes I'm a great actor, and sometimes I watch myself and I'm like, where am I looking right now? On what plane of existence am I in? Like, in the moment, I really truly believed I was in it, but sometimes I think I'm not totally there, and that's okay. That's why we learn and practice and work with people who make us better. and encourage us to be better. So yeah, I guess that's like a little snippet of it. It's such a vast topic. We can do a video on that if anyone's interested.